BFG 300 shit.
Let's stick to the money conversations as of lately I've been reaching. Blew the bag to get them cases closed, dismisses and repeated. I paid the cost to be the boss. It's only right a nigga beat it. Lately battling against the odds and sucker shit. No, I can't be with. I've been broke before, got rich, some more see money coming bleed. See niggas switch up on their gangsters, get painted on tall tees. And back doors been flapping open. Ain't no peace inside these streets. If my partner fuck with the sucks, sit on my partner, I might breathe. Let's Glock 30, hold 30 while throwing 30 while I squeeze and cupping please. When they're a nigga like, what the fuck you niggas think? They don't keep it gang business, they talk the hoes and the police. So what I tell you if you lost, you can't get back from biting cheese, nigga.
Hey, need a plug on the work, I can call heck. 40 plus on the gleek, that's a Chris fake. Christian moves on my feet, bitch, that's light work. Now watch me put them in the air, decide kite work.
Keep it street, but most niggas don't keep it gangster. He go with rap, but not the block, go get your rank up. Break it out the bitch and whip the arm and hammer. Be cautious about the niggas, it's round, you niggas be walking cameras on gang.
You niggas tricking on a bitch, I'm getting to the cheese. Yo, bitch, pussy wetter than a 7 C's. 5-inch ARPs, we got 10 of these. Fresh nickel, two-tone with the lemon squeeze. Catch them up in traffic, jacking up on you niggas' cars. Let the smacker play through if you fuck with bars. It's BFG tackle gang, we don't fuck with stars. Turn this block into a range if you fuck with ours. Christian lose on my feet, that was 3K. The bitch is broke on a trick, I'm on D-Way. Now I don't fuck with ghost Glocks, they got a delay. Heavy stepper in the game like it's EA. Need a plug on the work, I can call heck. 40 plus on the gleek, that's a Chris fake. Christian moves on my feet, bitch, that's light work. Now watch me put them in the air, decide kite work.
Keep it street, but most niggas don't keep it gangster. He go with rap, but not the block, go get your rank up. Break it out the bitch and whip the arm and hammer. Be cautious about the niggas, it's round, you niggas be walking cameras on gang.
Yeah, ay. Money keep on calling, man, I swear I got an itch, ay. I see all these niggas talking when it gets so cool to snitch. You gon' stand up like a man or on my mama, you a bitch. Told myself it's dead broke, I gotta make it in this shit. I feel like Franklin saying we all gotta be banking on this brick, ay. Cause I'm addicted to this money, I keep going back. Hard racing for that money, you had a heart attack. Say you spinning bands, well come and get your Cardi back. Hey. Say you spinning bands, well come and get your Cardi back. Thought he was your mans, I guess you should've started that. I just took your bitch and treated her like a starter pack. Yeah. Name another nigga that's really hard like that. How you getting money and gotta bring the car right back? It's gonna be hard on this later. Money keep on calling, man, I swear I got an itch, ay. I see all these niggas talking when it gets so cool to snitch. You gon' stand up like a man or on my mama, you a bitch. Money keep on calling, man, I swear I got an itch. I see all these niggas talking when it gets so cool to snitch. You gon' stand up like a man or on my mama, you a bitch. I'ma run it up, I got a blue check. Goddamn, I mean blue face. All hundreds, ain't no rubber bands, I need a shoelace. Stars coming, ain't no minivan, I'm in a new race. Bitch. Yeah. She mesmerized by this jury. I'ma knock it out and sing to it like Tyson Fury. Diamonds bust loud and make a midget sheet blurry. Yeah. Money keep on calling, man, I swear I got an itch. I see all these niggas talking when it gets so cool to snitch. You gon' stand up like a man or on my mama, you a bitch. Told myself it's dead broke, I gotta make it in this shit. Feel like Franklin Saint, we all gotta be banking on this brick. Money keep on calling, man, I swear I got an itch, ay. I see all these niggas talking when it gets so cool to snitch. Told myself it's dead broke or I'ma make it in this shit. Bitch, I feel like Franklin Saint, we gotta be banking on this bread. That real shit. Nigga feel like Franklin Saint, I've been feeling like that shit for a minute. I can't go outside like that though. My mama. Nigga could never be me. We'll call this one a day. For all you telling ass niggas, let me get out of here. We all start telling on me. Shoe fit wear it, nigga.
Yeah. Serrano Mac, bitch. Breathe.
Hell gang hitting in this motherfucker.
Big stepper, watch me land him in the spittle. We slide a lot, just not a little. Yeah. Big stepper, watch me land him in the spittle. We slide a lot, just not a little. These 7.6 tools knock a nigga out of shape. I'ma go and catch a homie or a play for some pay. These 7.6 tools knock a nigga out of shape. I'ma go and catch a homie or a play for some pay. Nigga on my soul, you pussy niggas hoes. Bad yellow bone, got her tearing off my clothes. Out in Houston, straddle down, tryna pull up on that road. The gang stay strapped, you and your niggas sharing pole. Death threat who? I ain't worried about no trolls. $1 on this chop, you better stay up on your toes. Black leaks of that A, we be aiming at your nose. Bop out on feet and have a bitch nigga fro. Check me, check who, you be smoking dog shit. When I slide, I catch a homie, nigga, who did y'all hit? Lord, please forgive me if I'm doing wrong. If it's smoke, I'ma spin, you go do a song. It's mackin'. Big stepper, watch me land him in the spittle. We slide a lot, just not a little. Yeah. Big stepper, watch me land him in the spittle. We slide a lot, just not a little. These 7.6 tools knock a nigga out of shape. I'ma go and catch a homie or a play for some pay. These 7.6 tools knock a nigga out of shape. I'ma go and catch a homie or a play for some pay, nigga. Yeah.
Playing with the shit, ayy. Little chick still playing with the shit, ayy. Got it back, still playing with the shit. Oh, homeless ass nigga, what you stand with the bitch? Playing with the shit, ayy. You can tell who really playing with the shit, ayy. You broke as hell, you ain't playing with the shit. Pillow talking on the players while you live with the bitch. I heard my name in rooms that I ain't been in. They're running off shit that I invented. You gotta show that ass and all them titties. You cannot rap, that's all facts, you all gimmicks. I'm a big dog in my division. I'm the big boss in y'all pigeons. Bird assholes with no vision. I gotta fuck my ass and I made my own millions. Broke ass nigga, I can tell you a thug. Rich ass bitch, I wear Chanel in the tub. PWS, I'm a player with a slug. Got a 30 in that bitch, it ain't no snare in that drum. Car lot of shit, you can tell when I come. The edge and I get keep it player when I'm done. Hey, I'm with the shit, hey, with all of it. I'm a superstar, but I hang with players and the thugs. Playing with the shit, hey. Little chick still playing with the shit, hey. Got it back, still playing with the shit. Oh, homeless ass nigga, what you stand with the bitch? Playing with the shit, hey. You can tell who really playing with the shit, hey. You broke as hell, you ain't playing with the shit. Pillow talking on the players while you live with the bitch.
I can tell, nigga sick. Feel like I'm homeless. I be laying with them sticks. Shit, for real. Bitch, all advance on my wrist. So early in the morning to some egg and some grits. Fuck is my meat? Hell wrong with this bitch. Shopping for new tools, got your hoe on my list. Eat the egg hunt, shells poke, vice fence. Pull up, knock his power out the pole, gotta switch. No more responding, I'ma catch him, nigga, know he sliding. When them bald heads hit him, he ain't Jody mama. Yeah, I dropped the song, call who shot you, but he know who got him. The way we got doggone, feel like Coney Island. Man, bitch, keep on hating, cause my side hoe look like Pocahontas. Ex bitch had a shot, she let him fuck it up, just photo bombing. Knocked her for 250,000 when it bought some houses. Guess he fresh to death, he hit the mall, we caught him walking out it.
Playing with the shit, ayy. Little chick still playing with the shit, ayy. Got it back, still playing with the shit. Oh, homeless ass nigga, what you stand with the bitch? Playing with the shit, ayy. You can tell who really playing with the shit, ayy. You broke as hell, you ain't playing with the shit. Pillow talking on the players while you live with the bitch. Pillow talking on the players while you live with the bitch.
Niggas know me, been off the points is like back when. Gang in the field, bitch, we be something like the Pac-10.
Gangland, we around this motherfucker, baby.
Oh man, bitch, stand on that. To the head, I'll show a nigga's feelings. My ninth and wood nigga, up the street from the village.
We ain't in it, you niggas don't turn no blocks, we ain't in it. I'm so
stand on business. Make sure you put it down, never leave a witness. No love for the suckers, never on forgiveness. Stomp down on these niggas, cause niggas is big.
Ooh, about to blow something. Man got the stick, about to hold something. Ooh, y'all know what it is. It's Gangland TV. Sit there and live. Hit the like button. Don't be boosty. And subscribe to the channel. And hit the notification bell, man. That shit easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Easy. Subscribing, that's free as fuck. Hit the notification bell, that's free as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That shit's free. Gang in the field, bitch. We be so like the Pac-10.
There was a time in history when Diddy Combs and Bad Boy Records dominated not only the rap world, but the music industry as a whole. From the mid-90s to early 2000s, Diddy's proteges were taking radio stations, nightclubs, and music channels by storm with their back-to-back hits and flashy music videos. And they played a major role in trailblazing Black pop culture. Diddy, formerly known as Puff Daddy, has since become a world-famous record executive and businessman with a multi-million-dollar media empire that includes clothing lines, restaurants, alcohol, and a media company. Diddy has also been the face of the hashtag Black Excellence movement, advocating for the success of Black entrepreneurs and artists. But like most capitalists and wealthy moguls fronting the Black Excellence movement, Diddy has been accused of exploiting people who worked under him. I've already told you guys the story about Khalees and her allegations about Pharrell and Chad Hugo keeping all of the profits from her first 2 albums. For years, Bad Boy's most high-profile artists and proteges have aired out their grievances with the music mogul, alleging they had traumatic experiences with Bad Boy. Diddy has also been accused of stealing royalties and harsh treatment of his artists once the honeymoon phase is over. Did Diddy accumulate all of his wealth and success by exploiting his artists? And is his Black Excellence campaign all a facade? It's currently Black Music Month, so I thought I'd share this one with you guys. This rabbit hole is deep, so please get ready to dive in. From federal lawsuits and allegations of fraud to poor business practices and humiliation, this is the Bad Boy Entertainment curse, the shady side of Diddy's empire.
Don't have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the video, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
Like, you know, the Bad Boy curse.
Okay, so then the fateful night, Biggie was killed at the height of his career.
Yes.
Do you ever feel responsible in any way? In any way?
Obviously, he was the Uber star, and I was just up and coming. So, you know, yeah, it's gonna be a show. But he used that to just, you know, just throw me off. Like, you know, it was terrible, man. But I'm facing 25 years, and you looking at probation. Yeah, those are the things that you understand.
Gang, what we think about Shine? You see what I'm saying?
Man,
This nigga
Sean Poe. Diddy had that nigga locked up in jail. One of my homies was locked up with Sean. He said that nigga lost his mind when he was up top. When he did that 10-year stretch. Said that nigga was in there talking to himself, supposedly turned Jewish, all kind of shit.
man.
You ever heard of Sean?
Huh?
Anonymous, hey, no, I'm talking anonymous, man. You ever heard of Sean?
This guy here?
Yeah.
No. Did he go by a different name or?
Nah, he went by Sean. P. Diddy did this man Cole, you know.
He shot somebody for Diddy. You know, when Diddy turned his back on him. As y'all can see, this is Surviving Diddy episode 7, and the name of this broadcast is called Making the Band. So we talking about how he been going bad for years, and I don't see how this shit was going unseen. So let's get into the content, man. Y'all know what it is. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Best up and coming broadcast coming out the Bay Area, Oakland, California. You said though. Y'all tap in, man. Hey, and I just played some new music for y'all this evening, man. You know what I'm saying? Some new music, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? 762 knock a nigga out of shape. Nigga, I'm about to catch a hobby or play for some paper. Nigga, yeah. Come on, man. It's Gangland.
And unacceptable. You don't have to hold my hand. You don't have to do nothing, but don't try to hurt me.
Man, you're a coward. I don't take nothing. You're a thief, you're a coward. Don't say you're a thief. Okay. You're a thief. Office, man. You had a bunch of artists whose careers never went right with you, dog. Be for real, dog. Look at the list. You don't want to be violent. You're the artist that did the best for yourself. Look at your list, dog. You on MTV, VH1, $1 Million Parties, Sean John, Justin, this and that. In the door, our advance was between the three of us was like 100 G's, and you charged us $3 million to let go. And you had our publishing for 10 years now, and we've been trying to. We've been quiet. You know, people be like, y'all wild, or y'all.
But behind the scenes, you've been dealing with this for a long time.
We're our 7th lawyer.
Mobile games are going big. Clash of Clans is
Sean John Combs, also known as Diddy, got his start in music as an intern at Andre Harrell's New York City-based record label, Uptown Records. He was born in Harlem, New York in 1969, and at the age of 3, he relocated to the suburb of Mount Vernon after the death of his father. Andre Harrell became Diddy's mentor and taught him the ins and outs of the music industry.
You know, he's not intimidated by youth, you know what I'm saying? He knows the importance of leaving a legacy behind. We need more adults out there that's going to teach the young, such as myself, and, you know, basically leave a legacy behind, leave something behind, you know.
Diddy quickly became an A&R executive and talent director for Uptown, helping develop Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, and other new artists at the label who would help shape the sound of 90s hip-hop and R&B. He had been at the label for 2 years when he came across a Source magazine feature and demo tape by an unsigned rapper named Biggie Smalls. He arranged to meet with the up-and-coming artist and immediately signed him to the label. However, MCA Records, the label's distributor, didn't want to release Biggie's debut album because of its explicit lyrical content pertaining to street life. Shortly after, in 1993, Andre fired Diddy from Uptown reportedly due to his ego and cocky attitude. Diddy, who went by Puff Daddy at the time, promptly launched his own label, Bad Boy Entertainment, as a joint venture for Arista Records. The deal allowed him full creative control of his label. Puff took his friend the Notorious B.I.G. with him, signed him as the first artist at the label, and the rest was history. Puff helped Biggie produce his debut album, and during the process, the guys became really good friends. Puff is partially responsible for making the 21-year-old rapper the most visible hip-hop artist to come out of the New York rap scene. The second signee of Bad Boy was rapper Craig Mack, and his 1994 debut single, Flavor in Your Ear, became the label's first release.
Brand new flavor in your ear. Here comes the brand new flavor in your ear.
The Notorious B.I.G. dropped his autobiographical debut album, Ready to Die, on September 13, 1994, and it had sold over 500,000 copies in the United States by the end of the year. The album's 3 singles, Juicy, Big Papa, and One More Chance, were major hits in the United States, and Bad Boy Entertainment was now on the map.
Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty.
In 1995, Billboard magazine named Bad Boy the #1 rap label of the year. Diddy was focusing most of his attention on Biggie's career after Craig's debut album. So Diddy put all of Craig Mack's music on the back burner, and Craig ended up leaving the label that year.
No question.
Yes, baby, yes. Cool, that's cool, and I'm sure you got much things in store for my man. Yeah, definitely. We got a new album we're working on him to drop in January. Besides that, we about to just drop our R&B stuff.
The Puff Daddy album.
We're gonna. Yeah, what about the Puff Daddy solo project?
Yeah, you don't like to talk about that.
Hey, Puffy, you know what Jack is giving us that single. We're gonna go.
Diddy, who often performed as a rapper, brought many other artists on board like Mace and 112, and both Faith Evans and girl group Total scored platinum albums in 1995. The label's rivalry with Death Row Records on the West Coast also helped bring publicity to Bad Boy. Diddy curated a team of writers and producers called the Hitmen that exclusively crafted remixes and hit songs for the label's artists. Team members included Stevie J and Nasheem Myrick. But tragedy struck in March 1997 when the label's most valuable artist, the Notorious B.I.G., was killed in an infamous unsolved drive-by shooting in Los Angeles following an after-party for the 1997 Soul Train Music Awards. He was only 24 years old and just a few weeks away from releasing his second album, eerily entitled Life After Death. His former friend turned rival, Tupac, had also been killed in a similar manner a few months prior, and people speculated that their deaths were related, but authorities found no evidence to confirm this theory. Diddy, who was traveling in another vehicle with 3 bodyguards at the time of the crime, has also been the subject of other conspiracy theories, claiming that he was the one who orchestrated the attack on his artists. This theory has also never been proven. But Diddy admits that he feels responsible for Biggie Smalls' death.
Do you ever feel responsible in any way? In any way?
I mean, the thing that I think I always feel some sort of, responsibility because I'm in this thing with him. You know what I'm saying? He's my artist, and he was supposed to go to London that night, and I let him talk me into not going to London and staying in LA. And that, that's something that really bothered me, throughout my life, is sometimes you have to really go with that decision in your gut. And in my gut, I was like, you need to get on the plane. But sometimes when you don't listen to your gut, and this is God's world, it's his plan.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's one of the things I regret, not making sure that he went to London.
There has also been rumors that Biggie became unhappy with his contract with Diddy and was already on his way out the door at the time of his passing. In 1997, Lil C's claimed that Diddy purchased the late rapper's publishing for $200,000 before his death and claimed that Biggie was broke despite his smash hits. But Biggie's death boosted Bad Boy Entertainment significantly. Life After Death was critically acclaimed and received a massive amount of commercial success. It was nominated for Best Rap Album, Best Rap Solo Performance for its first single, Hypnotize, and Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group for its second single, More Money, More Problems, at the 1998 Grammy Awards.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me.
DEA, federal agents mad cause I'm flagrant, tap myself and the phone.
Both singles topped the Billboard Hot 100. The album also boosted the careers of New York-based artists featured on it, like Jay-Z, Lil' Kim, The Lox, and Mace, who became the new superstar of Bad Boy. But we will discuss him later. Diddy and artists at the label really benefited from the posthumous releases and tribute songs. In the years that follow, Bad Boy had become the biggest hip-hop entertainment group, producing hits and remixes for elite artists like Mariah Carey and Mary J. Blige. Forbes reported in 1999 that the label was raking in over $130 million in annual sales, making it rap's most valuable label. Diddy was also dabbling in other business ventures like restaurants, a clothing company, and sports management. His own solo album, No Way Out, released in 1997, topped Billboard and has since been certified 7 times platinum. Although Bad Boy Entertainment had completely taken over the last half of the 90s decade, a lot of the artists fell victim to the so-called curse. Their momentum and star power fizzled out after their first albums, and some of them barely even lasted at Bad Boy for more than 2 albums. Diddy seemed like he just bounced around to whatever artist was hot at the time, instead of focusing on the longevity of each individual music act. And by the time the new decade came, most of the label's original music acts were gone.
Here's one thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first. Watch.
Hip-hop trio The Lox had one of the first known falling outs with Bad Boy Entertainment. Mary J. Blige had first heard their demo tape and passed it along to Diddy, who then in turn signed the Yonkers-based group. They gained mainstream popularity after being featured on Diddy's hit song, It's All About the Benjamins.
What y'all wanna do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers.
When I was young, I want the phone up, but now I only hit chicks who win beauty pageants, tricking.
Jadakiss of the trio was also the one who penned Diddy's iconic verse on the song. They even appeared on Mariah Carey's 1997 #1 single, Honey, the very song that made her break into the hip-hop and R&B music scene.
Tell me y'all seen that nigga Stevie J weird ass in this video. Did y'all see Stevie J weird ass in this video looking crazy? How he did on Love and Hip Hop. What's going on here, man? Like, y'all see this nigga didn't even really give a fuck about the artist. And then when it came to Biggie, nigga, like he said, nigga, why you think you feel so like it was your fault? Because you don't really fuck with motherfuckers.
Yeah, I
That
didn't
shit be
realize,
all about the money.
you know, this is weird. This whole portfolio, if he would have just taken a little more care into his art and quit being a dumbass, he could have really went somewhere, I mean, he did, but it's like, wow, man, he was like chewing them up and spitting them out, Damn.
However, their 1998 album, Money, Power, and Respect, and its singles didn't get much commercial success, and the trio grew increasingly disappointed with the direction Diddy was going in for Bad Boy. Diddy strayed further and further away from hardcore street music after the death of Biggie, and opted for a more safe mainstream sound to appease to the masses, which ensured radio hits. So the Lox began looking for another label that would best fit their vibe. They started appearing on a number of tracks by Rough Riders, the label associated with fellow Yonkers native DMX, but Diddy refused to let them out of their contract. That's when the group kicked off the Free the Lox campaign, demanding for their release. They showed up to Hot 97 Summer Jam concert in 1999, wearing t-shirts that read, "Let the Lox Go." After things escalated and furniture was thrown at Diddy, he finally severed ties with the Lox, and they immediately signed a deal with Rough Riders, where they remained for over a decade. Diddy said, "The Lox situation just didn't work out. That's nothing new to any record company. Hopefully the press won't try to dramatize that. Any record label and you have 20 acts, 1, 2, 3 of the acts aren't going to be happy, and it may be a situation that you can work out. We tried to work the situation out. It didn't work out. So we're in the process of selling them right now. And they are still, to me, some of the hottest rappers out. I wish them the best of luck. I'm sorry it didn't work out." End quote.
It's hard for me to look at Diddy. It's hard to go, like, to be phony about it and pull him out on stage at the Hova concert and do the Benjamins, and it's hard. Like it's not.
Have you talked
This
to
is
him about?
millions of dollars. This is my life. It's worth dying. It's worth killing over. Like serious.
That's what people don't understand.
Don't say Jada, you bugging. Or I can't sleep sometimes. Like I lose sleep. Like I be ready to just black out. Like
How long have you been? Have you had the conversations with Puff about trying to buy it back?
He's so much of a gangster with the paperwork. He'll tell you one thing, and then he'll tell his lawyer or people that represents him something else.
And then it never happened. And this is amazing. I mean,
and you've been trying to do this for years?
For years, Ange. We on our, we've been quiet and all that. We on our 7th or 8th lawyer for this.
No security guard could stop.
How much money are we talking? How much money are we talking?
Office.
We talking.
No security.
I couldn't even tell you.
I mean, estimated. You couldn't.
A couple mil.
A couple million?
I would say a couple mil.
I can't even say. I'm not even sure.
We paid a couple mil to get out. We paid almost $3 million to get out.
To get off Bad Boy.
Yeah, we had no $1 million budget. We did one album there, Inch.
This is for life.
This is for life too. This is why.
So for the rest of your life, if you make a song, you have the way it stands. He gets money no matter what.
If we make a Give It to Me or in the club, he's gonna make more off that than we are.
But yo, dog, we made one album with you years ago. We came in the game. We paid $3 million to get off. Close to $3 million.
I gotta pay him $300,000.
You made, Lord knows what you made off the Benjamins.
Every time I put out a solo album, he gotta get an advance of $300,000.
How come?
That's crazy.
How do you get it?
People don't see, like, and to me, it's like, yo, come on, dog. You on MTV, VH1, $1 million parties, Sean John, Justin's, this and that. We did one album with you, dog. You Benjamins, Lord, No Way Out from the Benjamins sold something crazy. You made you made your money back off of that. And when we came in the door, our advance was between the three of us was like 100 G's. And you charged us $3 million to let go. And you had a publishing for half of 10 years now. And we've been trying to, we've been quiet. People be like, y'all wild. Or y'all
but behind the scenes, you've been dealing with this for a long time.
We're on our 7th lawyer. What's up?
I mean,
Hey, yo, check this out, man. The last time y'all did this, man, y'all did the whole campaign, let the locks go and all that. Y'all ain't want to be down with Bad Boy, so we let y'all go. Y'all want to be down with us, we let y'all go, we keep it moving. But to get on there and portray like somebody got to go and steal and rob and be shysting y'all, that ain't really correct. You know what I'm saying? All that throwing the refrigerator and you going to kill, y'all ain't killing nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? We businessmen. We all mature adults here. All that right there. But don't sit here and portray like Puff took nothing from y'all.
What is it? What is it? What do you call it? What do you call it? What do you call it? We can't handle it no other way but with lawyers, and you know that, so don't get on the radio and act like a tough guy or none of that.
Wait, you know how we can settle?
You acting tough.
I'm in my office. So why don't we stop talking on the radio?
Now, you want people to stop talking because you just don't want to know the truth, dog. We made one record with you. Money, Power, Respect. It's 10 years later, and you still got half of our publishing. Now, there's no way you can make it justifiable that you said you deserve half of our publishing.
You're a coward.
I don't take nothing.
You're a thief, Bob. Don't say you're a thief.
Okay.
You're a thief.
Office, man.
You had your H.P. Combs publishing.
You call me whatever
you won't let his publishing go.
I'm at the office.
You don't let your man's publishing go.
You gonna argue in front of New York. That's the way you want to.
Do you own your man's publishing, dog?
Nothing to y'all, man.
You had a bunch of artists whose careers never went right with you, dog. Be for real, dog. Look at the list.
We don't want to be violent.
You the artist that did the best for yourself. Look at your list, dog. 12 not happy with you gone. Faith not happy with you gone. We not happy with you gone. Faith not happy with you gone.
Wow. All right, he's hung up. He's gone.
Shine jail. But it is worth it. He don't understand that because you just been robbing people for years. And people could look at it and you can look at what he said. Then you look at us and you look at his catalog of artists he had. And you sit back and do the homework yourself. You go home, forget what we said, forget we the streets, we the locks. This man is making tons of money off of us for no apparent reason. No reason at all.
Okay,
I can't wait to sit down and talk.
I want.
By the 2000s, at least 5 of Bad Boy's most popular artists had left the label. But it didn't matter to Diddy, because Bad Boy released even bigger hits at the beginning of the new decade, and the roster of artists just continued to grow. Bad Boy was worth over $300 million by this time. In 2002, he became the sole owner of the label when he bought back 50% stake in Bad Boy that Arista and BMG had owned. But legal issues from the 90s followed Diddy into the new millennium. On December 27, 1999, Diddy, his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez, his bodyguard, and his protege rapper Shine were all involved in a highly publicized shooting incident at a club in New York. Diddy was facing up to 15 years for charges of gun possession and bribery for allegedly trying to bribe his driver into taking the charge. But in 2001, he and his bodyguard were acquitted on all charges. His protege Shine was convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison, and his contract with Bad Boy was terminated that year. But Shine signed a new deal with Def Jam Records while incarcerated for $3 million and released his sophomore album, Godfather, Buried Alive, in 2004 from behind bars. Years later, Diddy's former bodyguard accused him of snitching on his 21-year-old artist instead of taking accountability.
Obviously, he was the Uber star, and I was just up and coming. So, yeah, it's gonna be a show. But he used that to just, just threw me off. Like, it was terrible, man. It's not a matter of, turning your back on me. Like, how do you call a witness to testify against your comrade? If I'm telling you that she's lying and you saying, hey, well, she helping me, but I'm facing 25 years and you looking at probation. Yeah, those are the things that you understand are unacceptable. You don't have to hold my hand. You don't have to do nothing, but don't try to hurt me. This woman was the most damaging witness of any witness. She was worse than the prosecution's witness, which destroyed me because the prosecution is saying I'm this belligerent, reckless, okay, corralled fella. And then my co-defendant is saying the same thing. That was it. That was it.
Upon Shine's release in 2009, he was deported back to his home country of Belize. In 2020, Shine was elected as the leader of the opposition at the House of Representatives in his country, Belize, and says he's since forgiven his former boss.
You know what happened with Diddy, with Brother Love? I don't really blame that on him now, as much as I did then, because I did go through a stage of bitterness.
You're human.
But in retrospect, I blame it more on the lawyers that were advising him
to separate the case
than him, because his lawyers were there, to secure a not guilty verdict by any means.
Right.
He's a corporation, $100 million corporation, and they look at me as the enemy. Now, this is
you didn't feel like
this is how many years ago? This is 20-some years ago.
20-something years.
So Puff is still young, relatively.
What is it? 1999.
1999,
Okay.
2000.
Damn.
So he's much younger then, and it's a lot of pressure. He's about to lose everything. I'm about to lose everything.
Right.
I'm from that though. Right? Diddy is a musician. He's a great musician, great executive. Great entertainer, but he wasn't from that.
Right.
So his response shouldn't be expected to be my response. And then when your lawyers and maybe other people are misleading you and misguiding you, I think that's how everything, fell apart. And he said that to me.
Right. It's beautiful.
He said, man, I'm sorry, man. I should have never listened to those lawyers.
That's real.
And, I forgave him.
It's real.
But it was traumatic.
Yeah, it's still
so
staying.
I will forgive him, and then you might hear me a few months later.
Yeah.
Still staying. Going in on him.
Yeah.
But
Y'all, I'm getting ready to put y'all up on something, man.
Black Rob was another bad boy artist ousted by Diddy and the label when he was dealing with his own legal issues.
Like, whoa, brothers getting money in VA is, whoa, honey's looking right.
They removed him from their website and, in his words, left him for dead.
Bad Boy as a label that I was under at that time didn't do nothing to keep my name alive. You know what I'm saying? It took me off the website, just left me for dead.
In 2001, after being acquitted, Diddy settled a lawsuit with a woman who was hurt in a stampede at a 1991 charity basketball game he promoted. Even with all the hit songs Bad Boy released, issues between the artist and the label just persisted. In 2002, R&B group 112 attempted to part ways with Diddy and the label, saying that Diddy failed to compensate them and promote their music, and went on to say he owned 100% of their publishings. In an interview with MTV, 112 members Darren and Mike said, "We were a priority at certain times, but when you're dealing with a label where the CEO is trying to be an artist also, it just leaves the question mark to where the focus is. If you put yourself in a situation where you have your own label and one day you decide to be an artist yourself, where would you spend your marketing and promotion dollars?" It has been frustrating over the years trying to deal with that. We were 16 years old when we signed those contracts. We were naive. We're not blaming anybody for what we did. But the way it was presented to us was like we were family, that it was all about love. But being adults now and being more mature and knowing the business now, we would have never signed. But at the time, we were hungry. We were desperate. We needed whatever we could get to be out there to sing to the world, to be artists. That's why the whole family thing was such a contradiction. If you're such a family, you would have just taken care of us regardless of the structure of the contracts. If I'm a man and I'm worth over $100 million and I got this group and they sign an agreement that's structured in a way that they can't make money, me personally, if I was the head of Bad Boy Family, I would have said, okay, let me break these guys off a little something, end quote. But Diddy's spokesperson said they actually had a traditional co-publishing deal for which they were paid substantial advances commensurate with the then prevailing market rate. 112 signed a new recording deal with the Island of Def Jam Music Group. But Diddy filed a temporary restraining order with Manhattan Supreme Court to block the group's departure and also prevented the group from recording new music until an agreement was reached. Faith Evans also decided to cut ties with the label after they failed to push her critically acclaimed 2001 album, Faithfully. She said, "The easiest way to put it is, Puff had a lot going on. He still does. I think it's a beautiful thing. He's like a conglomerate now. But there was such a change in circumstance from the time I signed. I can't say I was able to fully benefit from the hype and popularity and success of Bad Boy. It certainly set me up well, and I did achieve success." The domino effect didn't end there. Rapper Loon had made appearances on I Need a Girl Part 1 and its sequel before officially signing a deal with Bad Boy Entertainment.
Now I wanna lay round and sip colada, dipped in Prada. I'm smooth as Eric Estrada. But I met a lot of women in my lifetime, but see, it's not a lot of women that got the right mind.
His self-titled debut album was released in 2003 and peaked at number 6 on Billboard. But the singles were flops. He left the label only a year later.
And my relationship with Puff was, we had great fun personally. We got along swell. But then some of the hiccups would be when it comes down to like business, especially business that's already, mandated and already affirmed that this is how it goes, then there shouldn't be no problem. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just what happens in the business, but it never really tarnished my relationship with Puff. But like I said, I came into it for business. So when people try to like measure the capacity of our relationship, they try to look at it from the outside, like, yo, wasn't y'all cool or wasn't y'all this?
Yeah, we was all those things, but we did business first.
Other artists who left Bad Boy in the 2000s include New Edition, G-Dep, and one of their most successful artists, R&B singer Carl Thomas. In the year 2000, the girl group named Dream became the label's first pop group. They reached number 2 that year with their debut single, He Loves You Not, and their debut album sold over 1.5 million copies. But Bad Boy canceled all plans to release more singles by the group for whatever reason. Album number 2, titled Reality, was finished and set to be released on August 12, 2003. But the date came and went, and the sophomore album was postponed multiple times by Bad Boy until Dream eventually got dropped by the label. That same year, Bad Boy Entertainment president and co-founder Kirk Burroughs filed a $25 million federal lawsuit against his former business partner Diddy, claiming that he forced him to relinquish his stake in Bad Boy by storming into his office swinging a baseball bat, demanding that he sign off on documents. Kirk also alleged that his former close friend and business partner is the real person who ordered the hit on rapper Tupac. Allegedly. But Diddy called the allegations pure fantasy. Furthermore, the National Labor Committee revealed that factories producing his Sean John clothing line in Honduras were violating Honduran labor laws. Workers were subjected to harsh work conditions and were forced to work overtime while being paid sweatshop wages. But I'll be making a deep dive video into the Sean John clothing empire, so stay tuned. After Biggie's death, rapper Mase became Puffy's new protege, and his popularity skyrocketed after his feature on the late rapper's chart-topping hit, Mo Money, More Problems. His debut single, Feel So Good, produced by D-Dot and Diddy, was a mega hit, reaching gold certification in just 1 month.
So I can't get it up. I'm a big man, get this man room. I done hit everything from Cancun.
His singles, What You Want and Looking at Me, off his chart-topping debut album, Harlem World, were also top 10 hits.
Dog wanna get a legal gig. It's only right we spend our lonely nights getting crazy big. Tell me what you want, what you running for. Take a look at what it is.
The album would eventually go quadruple platinum. Mase was also featured on hit songs by other artists like Mariah Carey's Honey, Brian McKnight's You Should Be Mine, Brandy's Top of the World, and Blackstreet and Maya's song Take Me There. In 1999, he released his second album, Double Up, which only reached number 11 in the United States, and the lead single, Get Ready, was a commercial failure, failing to even make it onto the Hot 100. The album and its singles' commercial failure is largely due to the rapper's decision to turn his life over to God right before the release and refuse to perform any of the songs to promote the album. His new music had become very aggressive and a lot more explicit compared to his previous work, and he made the decision to retire from rapping and be a more positive role model.
First of all, I wouldn't say that this is a hasty decision or the decision that I made was something that just came about out of frustration. You know, I told everyone before I started that I don't plan to be here for long. I plan to, use rap as a stepping stone. And I just wish people paid more attention to what I say than it wouldn't hit them as a surprise.
Mase took a 5-year hiatus from music and attended college. He made his musical return in 2004 with his top 5 album, Welcome Back. This time, he opted for a cleaner image. But the reviews from professional music critics were mixed or average. His single, Breathe, Stretch, Shake, and the title track still managed to have moderate success.
Stretch, shake, let it go. Breathe, stretch, shake, let it go.
But this would be his last studio release. Mase and Diddy's friendship started dissolving in the mid-2000s. He eventually left Bad Boy. But it wasn't an easy departure. Mace attempted to join 50 Cent's G Unit label, but Diddy blocked the deal by requesting $2 million to let him out of his contract. In 2009, Mace showed up at the radio station where Diddy was doing an interview to promote Dirty Money. He had Diddy sign papers that would temporarily release him from the contract with Bad Boy Records.
It took me 10 years to get this paperwork right here. I had to put this in UPS.
It's about to go out now.
Still on it. I don't even know what I'm gonna put out now. Oh my goodness.
He said, "I've been in this contract for 16 years. The other day he let me out of it. So big shout outs to Diddy. I guess he woke up feeling good and he wanted to do something good. You know how Puff is. I love him, but you gonna cut your arm off to get free." The pair still remained cordial for a while. But years later, there was one particular comment made by Diddy that triggered Mace.
And now, because we are a family, I have to be honest. You know, for the last 2 days, I've been conflicted. You know, I'm being honored by the industry that I love, the family that I love. But there's an elephant in the room, and it's not just about the Grammys. There's discrimination and injustice everywhere at an all-time high. But there's something I need to say to the Grammys. And I changed my middle name to Love, so it's Sean Love Combs now. You don't have to call me a different name. It's an added-on name if you want to call me Love. So I say this with love to the Grammys, because you really need to know this. Every year, y'all be killing us, man. Man, I'm talking about the pain. I'm speaking for all the artists here, the producers, the executives, the amount of time that it takes to make these records, to pour your heart out into it, and you just want an even playing field. In the great words of Erykah Badu, we are artists and we are sensitive about our we are passionate. For most of us, this is all we got. This is our only hope. Truth be told, hip-hop has never been respected by the Grammys. Black music has never been respected by the Grammys to the point that it should be. So right now, this current situation, it's not a revelation. This thing been going on. And it's not just going on in music, it's going on in film, it's going on in sports, it's going on around the world. And for years, we've allowed institutions that have never had our best interests at heart to judge us. And that stops right now. I'm officially starting the clock. Y'all got 365 days to get this together. We need the artists to take back the control. We need transparency. We need diversity. This is the room that has the power to make the change that needs to be made. They have to make the changes for us. They're a nonprofit organization that is supposed to protect the welfare of the musical community. That's what it says on the mission statement.
Mace wrote a lengthy Instagram post calling him out on his hypocrisy and past business practices. He says he offered Diddy $2 million for his publishing rights, but Diddy declined the offer unless he could surpass the offer he had received from some European guy, and alleged that Diddy only paid him $20,000 over 2 decades, despite having sold over 8 million units worldwide. He wrote, "Your past business practices knowingly has continued purposely starved your artists and been extremely unfair to the..."
Boy, this nigga said he paid this nigga $20K in 10 years.
That's fucked up. I'm sitting here listening to him say this speech and all the shit that, oh my God. I do recognize the guy. You said Sean, and it's Shine. Okay. So yeah, I've heard a few of his, yeah. But it's fucked up how he made that speech, but he's himself is screwing the artist.
He's a fucking liar.
Man. Oh, hell no. He's had more artists leave his label than any label I've known. I mean, quick with the quickness too, man. Ew. Man, this motherfucker here, he's something else. He is something else. I can't believe he made that speech. Oh my God.
That nigga is a motherfucking hypocrite.
Yes, he is. Absolutely. I mean, dang. And I used to see him when he first came out. Like, why? Who is this nigga in everybody's video? Why is he here? You see other producers, and they're not all up in. They may be in a few, but not like him. He's everywhere, in everybody's shit. He used to get on my nerves.
The thing is, like, this nigga rich as fuck and ain't been paying people nothing. You paid the locks $100,000 for advance, nigga. That's only 30-something thousand a piece.
Right. Right. That ain't shit, man.
You got this nigga makes 20,000 in some decades. Boy, this nigga crazy as fuck.
Woo.
This nigga
A lot of
cold.
money's been made off these artists. We're talking shows, record sales, everything, promotions, and these motherfuckers ain't got shit. What kind of deal did they sign?
Shit is crazy. Gangland. Let's get into it.
To the very same artist that helped you obtain that Icon Award on the iconic Bad Boy label. For example, you still got my publishing from 24 years ago, in which you gave me $20K, which makes me never want to work with you as any artist wouldn't. You keep screaming black excellence and love, but I know love isn't free. So I offered you $2 million in cash just a few days ago to sell me back my publishing as his biggest artist alive. That always show you respect for giving me an opportunity at 19 years old. You bought it for $20K and I offered you $2 million in cash. That is not black excellence at all.
Mobile games are going big. Play the official.
In 2002, Diddy took over MTV's Making the Band, a reality series where him and his Bad Boy Entertainment team searched the country to construct music groups. Other seasons also chronicled the development of their new music acts. But viewers at home got to witness exactly how Bad Boy chew their artists up and spit them out. Across seasons, Diddy's hazing antics and making contestants do humiliating tasks made very good television, like making the singers box each other, making contestants exercise so much during boot camp until they threw up, then turned around and yelled at them for it.
And some of you are going to be broken on your own. You're going to run 6 miles long.
6 miles. I've never run that far in my life. My right hip, it wasn't working like it should.
If you want to stay, you better dance. If you can't dance, then you are going home.
5 miles. I do repeat, 5 miles.
Ready, my boy? You fall?
Or that time he made his group walk miles and hours across New York in the freezing cold to buy him a slice of cheesecake. All to prove to Diddy how much they wanted to be signed to Bad Boy.
You could possibly, I'm starving too. You know something? I want me
a piece of cheesecake. You know where to get the cheesecake spot is at. Yeah. Yeah, and y'all can walk from here, get the cheesecake, see the city, enjoy the sights, would you? It's not about me trying to do a mean-spirited initiation hazing act to them. It's a bigger picture to it. In the world of music, I gotta get up every day and do a bunch of that I don't want to do. I gotta bite my tongue and I gotta do it with a smile on my face. But I do want some cheesecake. Somebody gonna quit. Somebody ain't got the heart, the stamina to be bad boy. Somebody ain't got the passion, the drive, the intensity to want it. Somebody's mental capacity breaks at a certain point. I need to see it now. I want to see it when I'm 2 million in. There's things in life that ain't gonna be fair, and this is one of them. Oh, hey, what's poppin'? What's going on? We want to talk to you for a minute, like on the real. Yeah, man, ain't even on the real. I mean, if y'all don't want to go, y'all go home. Y'all go home right now. Whoever don't want to go, go home. I mean, none of us really want to go. Okay, y'all go home. That's what's up. That's what's up. Respect. All right. It ain't no. Hey, check this out. It ain't no more discussion. Stick with your group. It's all good. I appreciate that. Y'all gotta find a deal somewhere else. Come on. It's that simple. It's that simple. This ain't gonna be easy. This right here is the way I run my. I'm gonna be up in here making hits. I'm here. Ain't gonna stop. This y'all decision on your lives. If y'all bucking on this little right here, I definitely don't want to with y'all.
Niggas want this man, but we were just on the tip like you was trying to put us out there like a bitch or something, like make us walk all the way to Brooklyn, like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't really care however you took it or whatever went through your mind. It was a mission that had to be done. All this psychological, that's ego. So the ego's in your way. So the ego made the decision. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing some cheesecake. You got that much ego? Go do your thing, man. Don't sit here and be talking about it, man. Be fly about it. Get your swag on, walk that way. If that way, do it. If you want to think about it, or if you ain't gonna walk that way, walk to Brooklyn and be happy about it.
He also had another reality show titled I Want to Work for Diddy, where he made contestants do similar activities. In his first iteration, Making the Band 2, Diddy formed a co-ed hip-hop ensemble named The Band. Their debut album, Too Hot for TV, peaked at number 2, and they toured the States to promote the record. But the band was plagued with so much drama and physical altercations that Diddy had to make the decision to dissolve the group.
I think that overall, the band has set a bad example, man, for all the young kids that look at hip-hop and think that this is what it's about. No matter how many times I've tried to give y'all chances, tried to deal with it, it's either you got it or you don't. It's either you want it or you don't. It's been 2 years for y'all to take advantage of this opportunity. The opportunity wasn't taken advantage of. But at the end of the day, it's not about y'all individually. It's about the band. So now is when life begins. Because now the cameras ain't going to be on you no more. This is the last episode. This is the truth of the matter. The decision is that the band is dismantled.
I personally do not blame him in this situation. But he did continue to work with 3 members, Choppa, Babs, and Ness. None of them were able to find solo success with Bad Boy, and eventually parted ways with the label. Years later, when clips started going viral, former group member Freddie blasted Diddy for the emotional distress and humiliation he and his former group mates faced while on the reality show. He captioned the post, "God knows if I was Diddy, I would have done way more for these kids. Any real ninja would have. You start out just chasing a dream, then it quickly gets snatched away. Made me never want to rap. God's gonna have the last laugh. My talent was given to me to touch hearts and homes, and it was silenced. You silenced God's plans. Everyone who ever took part will depart horribly from earth." In the third iteration, the girl group Danity Kane was formed with the lineup consisting of Aubrey, Dawn, Shannon, Juanita D. Woods, and Andrea. They were the most successful group to come from the show, having released 2 top 10 singles and 2 chart-topping albums. They headlined 2 tours and were also the supporting act on tours for the Black Eyed Peas, Backstreet Boys, and Christina Aguilera. But throughout their 3 years as a group, Danity Kane was the subject of rumors on their fan sites and blogs. Dawn had secretly been recording solo music with Diddy behind her group mates' backs, and some of the other girls were also rumored to be working on outside projects. Diddy also had many disputes with Aubrey over her image and personal style, and called Aubrey one of the worst dancers in the group.
Aubrey, let me talk to you. Stay for a second. And I ain't gonna let you up my money.
So tell me how you feel.
That's how I feel. I feel like some of your actions, some of your decisions, some of your choices affect the group.
Like what?
Whether it's you decide to turn your eyes green or you decide to get a weave or you got to get that approved on how it's going to affect the rest of the group. The stuff that I seen of you in the press over the last couple of months, I don't think it was beneficial for the group.
But stuff that the press says has nothing to do with me. I have no control over what they say about me.
Some of the hairstyles that I've seen, y'all look overly glamorous, like where it's just a lot of hair. It's a lot of fake hair, a lot of fake eyelashes, a lot of makeup. And we'll get to you in a second with that, Aubrey. But the reason why I wanted you to be in the group was because you had this natural hometown girl type of vibe, you know? And I've seen more hair on you than even, like, I didn't even know they sold this much hair. Aubrey, you ain't got nothing to say? You got such a big mouth when I'm going. What you got to say? Say it now.
In 2008, at the height of their fame, he fired Aubrey and D Woods on the season 3 finale after an intense group meeting, leaving fans devastated. The remaining 3 members continued to do promotional engagements until Diddy gave Andrea the boot and just dropped Danity Kane as a whole from the label to add to the long list of music acts ripped apart by Diddy. In making the band's 4th iteration, Diddy began his search for Bad Boy's next male R&B group. The group named Day 26 was comprised of 5 males consisting of Robert, Willie, Mike, Q, and Brian. One of the contestants named Donnie Klang was also awarded his own solo contract by Diddy, and making the band for focus on the development of both acts. Day 26 released their self-titled debut album in 2008, which reached #1 on the Billboard 200. The singles were flops, but Day 26 was still doing pretty well for themselves and went on tour with Danity Kane. Then they began working on their 2nd album, and that's when all of the conflict started. The guys often had fights with each other and disputes. Particularly, Q had multiple disagreements with the group's new manager and other members of the group, which led to him being dropped from Day 26. By the end of 2009, they had been dropped by Bad Boy, marking the end of their mainstream career. Another instance where I can't really blame Diddy. Donnie Klang, on the other hand, didn't really have much success as a solo artist. His album didn't live up to the expectations of the label and completely flopped, mostly due to Bad Boy not promoting his music and focusing most of their attention on Day 26 and Danity Kane. Donnie grew frustrated with Diddy, who was busy promoting his own hits that year and working on his next solo album. So Donnie decided to leave the label, and that was pretty much the end of his music career. He said, "I kept reaching out to him, but he was so busy with his radio promo tours and getting ready to release his album and everything that it was so hard to have a business conversation. Puff is the kind of person that when his mind is set on something, he's focused 100% with his eyes on the prize. So it's hard to have a kind of sidebar conversation with him. So basically, it was just lawyers back and forth trying to handle the situation, negotiating different things, etc. That whole part of it, I try to stay out of because I want to stay positive and creative, and I didn't want to get caught up in the percentages and business drama." End quote. By the mid to late 2000s, Bad Boy had seen a significant decline in popularity, and the domino effect of artists disappearing after releasing hit songs just continued. The label had gone from being the home of New York talent to now housing Atlanta-based talent during the height of the Dirty South takeover. Diddy signed Atlanta rapper Young Jock to a multi-million-dollar deal with Bad Boy Entertainment, and not too long after, his debut single, It's Going Down, became a hit. His second single, I Know You See It, also became a hit. And by the end of the year, his debut album was certified platinum. Jock was also featured on the songs Showstopper by Danity Kane and Get Like Me by David Banner and Chris Brown. But his 2007 sophomore album failed to repeat the same success, an issue majority of Diddy's artists faced. In 2009, Jock told Billboard.com that he was looking to file a lawsuit against Bad Boy Records and Block Entertainment for failure to pay royalties and advances for his first two albums and charging outrageous clearance fees for his collaborations with other artists. He said, "I haven't been paid any royalties since I've been out, after over 1 million albums sold. For my first album, they gave me a $25,000 advance when I was supposed to get more. Then I had $1 million budget for my second album. Never even got an advance off of it. For the third one, they hit me with another $25,000, like I'm some chump, and I just got tired of it." End quote. We never heard anything else about the situation, and Jock pretty much didn't have a mainstream rap career after that. In 2004, B5 became the newest R&B boy group of Bad Boy. Diddy executive produced their 2005 debut album and recruited some of the best songwriters in R&B to work on music with the teenagers. B5's music wasn't necessarily Billboard chart hits, but they were pretty popular tween stars. Their songs All I Do and You Got Me were radio Disney hits, and fans made sure to vote for their videos every day on BET's 106 and Park. They even recorded a song for Disney's High School Musical soundtrack and toured with Bow Wow and Omarion on the Scream Tour. But by their second album in 2007, this may be a shocker to you guys, B5's popularity had declined so much that they disappeared into obscurity. They later revealed that Diddy has never paid them royalties for their music. The group's youngest member, Brian Breeding, wrote, "We made about 99.9% of all of our income from live performances and merchandise. Until this day, I've never seen a penny from any of our B5 commercial albums. For years, we've reached out to lawyers, advisors, and even TV networks for a chance to help us or tell our story, and no one ever touched it with a 10-foot pole. So here I am, telling my story, my truth, and not from a woe is me perspective, but as an example for the next generation of young artists to write and own your content, read your contracts, and create new sounds for the love of music as an expression of who you are. You don't need to compromise for the bag or the glamorized record label deal. We have enough artists like that and doing a great job at it." End quote. Then we have Cassie. Although Bad Boy saw sales decline in the mid to late 2000s, there was one artist that improved their disappointing sales: singer Cassie. She was a teen model when she recorded her song Me and You with songwriter and record producer Ryan Leslie. The song had a lot of buzz in European nightclubs. Diddy ended up hearing it playing in the club and partnered with Ryan Leslie's Next Selection imprint to release her music commercially. Me and You became a top 5 hit in America in 2006, while also being a hit overseas. Her debut album, released later in the year, sold about 100,000 copies in its first week and stayed in the top 20 on Billboard for 2 weeks. But her music failed to make a lasting impact. Me and You would be Cassie's last Billboard hit. She dropped a lot of buzz singles after that, but never released another studio album, as her sophomore album just kept getting delayed. Her and Diddy also had began a decade-long relationship, and you would think dating the owner of the label would give her an advantage. Her music career took a major hit once people realized that she wasn't that great of a singer.
You've been waiting so long, I'm here to answer your call. You to tell me you were ready. I know what to do.
Come on, back. Take it to the bridge.
And I'm almost certain Diddy didn't give Cassie the kind of flack for her singing as he did for the participants of making the band.
Yo, if you want to stay, you better do that again, and you better start moving. You better start feeling the music.
I have a full video on Cassie's music career, so make sure you guys check it out. At the end of the decade, Diddy joined forces with former Danity Kane member Dawn and singer-songwriter Kalina Harper to form the music group Dirty Money. Their hit songs Hello, Good Morning, featuring Nicki Minaj, and Coming Home helped put Bad Boy back on the map in the early 2010s. But things got quiet for the label after that. There are less than 5 artists currently signed to Bad Boy Entertainment, and only 3 of them have released music in the last 5 years. That small list includes Janelle Monáe, French Montana, and Machine Gun Kelly. Back in 2012, MGK complained about his deal with the label, saying, "My deal is for like $1.5 million. I haven't seen 1/16th of that. I don't even understand what my deal means." There are quite a few former artists of Bad Boy that I didn't mention in this video because artists part ways with record labels all the time for various reasons. Record deals aren't always going to work out between the talent and the label, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they left on bad terms or that they were victims of the Bad Boy curse. But a good amount of the singers and rappers from one of the most popular hip hop labels eventually disappeared into obscurity, faced financial issues, became religious figures, or were incarcerated after leaving the label. In Black Rob's final years, he experienced homelessness and couldn't even afford medical expenses. He died a few weeks later. Craig Mack disappeared from rap, then re-emerged in 2012, a part of an alleged cult, before passing away in 2018 from health issues. Rapper Loon converted to Islam while incarcerated. And I already told you guys about Mace and Shine. Pam of the R&B group Total had to work at the fast food chain White Castle to make ends meet while living with her mother. Why did so many artists from the most popular record label in hip hop history end up in such depressing situations at the hands of the same man who's a loud advocate for Black entrepreneurs and artists? But was this his plan all along? Did Diddy intentionally use the success of his artists as a step stool to become one of the highest earning rap moguls with a net worth almost nearing $1 billion? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to BFTV for more content.
This nigga here.
Wow.
Now, like I told y'all, man, we went through, man. You know, this episode was called Making the Band. We had to go through Diddy artists and see all between all these artists what the fuck was going on. Why? Because this nigga was doing sexual shit, zesty shit, and it would hinder them from doing their music anywhere. Like, what you think about what we just watched?
Man, he was robbing these motherfuckers, man. He was robbing them. He wasn't paying them. Ain't nobody gonna stay with anybody who doesn't give them their proffers, man. In they right mind? No. He was not paying these motherfuckers. Hell yeah, they gonna walk. And then you gonna block them from walking and you want them to slave some more for you? This nigga's worth over $1 billion. He's worth billions. You mean to tell me you collected all their money they made from shows and didn't pay him shit? Come on, man. Slap that nigga in his nuts, man. Fuck that. Get your mind out together and pay these people. That's why they didn't want to do no work. If you don't pay your artists, they're not going to do their best, man. Fuck that. Let's keep it 100. I'm sorry. Nigga don't pay my ass, I'm leaving too. Shit. You know what I mean? That's why I say we always stay independent. Get your own shit, man. Fuck that. Ooh, Lord.
Come
All
on,
these,
man.
I
Y'all
didn't
know
know
what it
Toto
is.
was living like that. I had no idea because I love Toto. They had a nice album. You mean to tell me them girls didn't get paid? Oh shit. Come on. Mm-mm.
Yeah, man. That nigga Diddy out of pocket, man. Like
Way out of pocket.
this tomorrow morning, we gonna get into it though, man. Tonight though, we had to tap in and let you see who, like, what was going on with the artists. Look at all them artists he had. Look at all them artists he had. I'm talking about talent on talent on talent. And look
And
what he
something
doing,
always
so.
happened to him. Something, especially the guys, something always happened to him. You
Yeah, this
know?
nigga a predator.
Oh my God. And he's getting paid, right? He ain't paying him.
Exactly.
Oh man.
The Locks.
Damn, you know
Nigga,
the
Young
Locks came in
Jock.
there and gangster his. They had to gangster him to get their shit. I see why. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, so y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll be on tomorrow morning. Tap into the clubhouse. If you don't know how to get there, just download the app, or the link should be in the description. Each broadcast, you can find us by typing in the Real Gangland TV. You can see these icons that we got up right here, even up to the top right corner. You can see that Gangland symbol right there. So y'all see that emblem anywhere, type in the Real Gangland TV. We're going to be in Clubhouse with it. The conversation continues. And, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I ain't going to keep y'all too long on this Good Friday. I know y'all trying to parlay, party, and pop out. You know what I'm saying? So subscribe to the channel, slap that notification bell. Every time we spin a block, y'all going to spin it with us, man. It's Gangland.
Niggas know me, been off the points is like back when. Gang in the field, bitch, we be so like the Pac-10.
Gangland, we around this motherfucker, man.
Bang, bitch, stand on that. To the head, I'll show a nigga's feelings. My ninth and wood nigga, up the street from the village.
We ain't in it, you niggas don't talk no blocks, we ain't in it.
Smack thing about Mackie, he gon' stand on business. Make sure you put him down, never leave a witness. No love for the suckers, never on forgetting. Stomp down on these niggas, cause niggas is big.
Ooh, about to blow something. Man got the stick, about to hold something. Ooh. Y'all know what it is. It's Gangland TV. Sit there and live. Hit the like button. Don't be boosty. And subscribe to the channel. And hit the notification bell, man. That shit easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Easy. Subscribing, that's free as fuck. Hit the notification bell, that's free as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That shit's free.
Gang in the field, bitch, we be so